All right, we're going to begin math today by counting on our 100 chart. We haven't done that for a little while here, so I like to try to count on our 100 charts at least twice a week. So remember, we'll count by ones, then we'll count by tens, then fives, and then twos. So let's get ready. Make sure you are counting with me. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. All right, let's count by tens next. Ready? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Let's count by fives next. Ready? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. And last, let's count by twos. Ready? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, 50, 52, 54, 56, 58, 60, 62, 64, 66, 68, 70, 72, 74, 76, 78, 80, 82, 84, 86, 88, 90, 92, 94, 96, 98, 100. Good job. All right. Continue with our dot patterns. We're going to do our dot patterns next. We'll practice them in English and Spanish. Get my I don't know if I shuffled them from last time. It's been a while since we practiced. Let me shuffle them right now. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. All right. I think I have that on. All right. Let's start. We'll say English and then Spanish. Ready? So we have 3, tres. 5, cinco. 1, uno. 4, cuatro. 6, seis. 9, nueve. 7, siete. 2, dos. 0, cero. 8, ocho. 10, diez. Back to the beginning with tres. All righty. And we're going to practice some time today. Tomorrow's your test. We'll actually have some time. We'll be practicing time today. But I have a clock here. I don't know if I've used this one in class. I can't find my Farmer Brown one that I was using. You guys should all have your Farmer Brown one. Let me tilt this a little bit so you can see the whole thing. So let's just review some time. Remember, the longer hand, see how that goes past, that's your minute, tells you the minutes. When it's on the 12, that's o'clock and this is your hour hand, points to what hour. So when it's like this time here is 6 o'clock. Remember, we'll do, there's time on the worksheet, the 6 and the 00 means o'clock. So I'm gonna move this around. See what time. And you can practice on your clocks at home if you want. Hopefully they're staying in the right spot. What time is this? Say 3 o'clock. If you said 3 o'clock, you are right. Let me move it to another spot. How about here? What time is that? 7 o'clock, right? Let's move it up to here. What time is that? 11 o'clock. Let me do a tricky one now. If I put them both up here, you can't see them. They're both up there. What time is this one? They're both up there. You said 12 o'clock. You're right. And I'll do one more with you. Let's try one more here. I'll do a couple more. How about that? Whoops. Not staying where I want them to stay. What time is that? 1 o'clock. Right. Let's do another one. 5 o'clock. Right. Remember, it's when this one is up, the minute hand is on the 12 o'clock. All right, so just practice that for now. That little review, because that is on your test. I want to talk about today we're going to talk about 4 parts, dividing things into 4 equal parts. So I'm going to go back to our little squares. These were divided into 2 equal parts. When it was 2 equal parts, it was like this. So to divide it into 4, I'm going to fold it again. Let me make a fold here. It's a little square now. Let me open it up and you'll see it's divided into 4. You can see my 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4 equal parts. They're all exactly the same. You can tell they're all exactly the same because when I fold it up, the square, they're all exactly the same because they're all folded over and they all match up. The folds all match up and they're all equal. So we're going to do that the same with this other one that I did. Remember, we had it into 2 triangles. If I fold this again to make it another triangle, smaller triangle, I'll have 4 equal parts that way. You want to pay attention to this because this is on your test tomorrow. And you're going to have to draw this on your test tomorrow. Now, let me open this up here. See the lines on here? And I'm going to draw it on my board here too. We have 4 equal parts, 4 triangle parts. So a little concerned about tomorrow's test because they give you 4 triangles and they want you to show them how to make, how you can use those for in a square on your test. If you go back to this book that I showed you yesterday, remember we used the 2 equal parts here, this one and this one. Now today we have this brown one you'll need for your test, and you can see this purple one here, 4 equal parts. You're gonna have to draw lines to make them on your test. I'm gonna do that on this dry erase board for you to give you an idea. Let me take a look here. First, I just want to show you something. When you have like a circle and it has some dots, and they want you to draw a line to show me 2 equal parts. You can draw it like this. You're connecting the dots and you show me, mine's not exactly the same. I didn't make it perfect. But you're showing me that they're equal. Probably would have been better up and down. Or, let me fix this. You could do, this is on your test tomorrow. I'm sure you can look ahead in your book and see. Or you can draw, sorry, my circle's not the very best. You're connecting 2 dots. So on your test tomorrow, you're going to be connecting 2 dots to split things up, okay? The tricky one is there is a circle with a bunch of dots on it tomorrow. See, how many do they have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. You're going to have this on your test tomorrow. A dot with all these little, circle with all these little dots. And they want you to only draw me 2 lines to split it into 4 equal parts. So let me show you this and pay attention because this is on your test tomorrow. So if I split it like this in 2, I have 2 parts. If I draw it across again, connect those dots across, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 parts. That's also in that book that I showed you. You can look at those parts. So this is the answer for your test tomorrow. I just want to make sure you guys are understanding. I don't have you with me to show you, to see if you're grasping this and understanding it, because I'd probably be drawing it on the board and see what questions you have. But this is on your test tomorrow. So you're going to draw 2 lines. So this was my first line, 1 line, 2 lines to make it into 4 equal parts. There are some dots here that you will not be drawing lines to, okay? So that is on your test tomorrow. It's going to be the same for the square. I draw you a square here. They're going to have a square that has more dots than you need. They're going to have the square with dots all over it. And they're only asking you to use 1 line. So you have all these dots on your square, 1 line to make it to divide it into 2 equal parts. So draw 1 line to show 2 equal parts. You just 1 line, 2 equal parts. Do you see that? You're drawing, and the dots help you to stay on track. All right, then they will ask you to draw 2 lines. 2 lines to make 4 equal parts. Same thing with your, okay, so if you're drawing 2 lines, okay, you can do 1. This is the easiest way. 2. See, I made 2 lines. Did you see that? 1, 2, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4 equal parts. Do you see that? This is also on your test tomorrow. There's not very many points on this test. So if you make a mistake, you won't have a good grade. So please be paying attention. You understand? Let's go over it again. 1, that's my first line. Second line, 2. 1, 2. 2 lines to make 4 parts. All right. Tomorrow when you're taking your test, if you're having trouble understanding anything, ask your parents. Maybe they can explain it better to you. I'm really, really hoping that you understand. Now, in another part of your test, they're going to draw. Let me see. Take a look at what they give you. That looks different from in my teacher manual. I think they just give you a blank. They tell you take 4 squares. Yeah. So this is what they give you. My squares aren't exactly perfect here. Oh, it's even worse. They have a picture of 4 squares. Okay. They show you this and they tell you, use these 4 squares, use these shapes to draw a square. So this is where this will come in handy for you as a visual from this book. In the back, the purple squares. Do you see? Let's see if you can see this. See the 4 squares? See the 4 squares? You can punch these out. They show up a little bit better on here. You have your 4 squares. They give you 4 squares. So how can we put these 4 squares to make this? So what you're going to do on your test tomorrow is, instead of drawing 4 individual, just draw me 1 big square. Okay, you're going to draw me 1 big square. What did I do with my eraser? Let me make this better for you. It's drawn its. Okay, you're going to draw me 1 big square. Okay, you're going to draw me 1 big square. You're going to pretend like you're putting those 4. So how can I make this into 4 to use those 4 squares? Do you see that? So I could put each one in here. Do you see that? So this is the answer to your test tomorrow. Drawing me using 4 squares. Make me 1 big square, but inside of it, it needs to have 4 squares. Okay. Then they give you 4 triangles. Do you remember how? And that's kind of like what I showed you also on this paper with the 4 squares. You see how it's the 4 squares and made the 4 squares. So same with the triangle. Remember how we used the triangles? We have 4. They're going to show you on your test 4 triangles. They just show you the 4 triangles. And it says use the shapes to make a square. So what you're going to do is draw your square. A nice big square in that empty space. There's an empty space on there. How are you going to make? You can look at that. How are you going to make? This might help you. How are you going to make? Look where my lines are, or my folds are. How are you going to make using 4 triangles to fit into this? Remember I told you diagonal lines. Also too, it is on, if you look at your brown one, they show you how you see the brown square there. But you can use that. If you need to use that tomorrow, that's fine to use that. Or if your parents have like a Post-it note that you can fold like this too, that helps you. But you look where my lines are. Diagonal lines. makes one triangle. Oops, having trouble trying to draw like that from upside down, not having it face me makes it a little bit challenging here. There. Okay. So I have, there we go, it looks a little better. So I draw one diagonal line, the other, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4 triangles. I have in here 1, 2, 3, 4 triangles. This is on your test. This is what you're going to be drawing on your test. Okay, hopefully you understand that. And then the last part of your test tomorrow is, it says draw squares to make the rectangle 2 squares longer. They are going to have, I don't know how many are on there. Anyway, I'll just put some lines. They have a row of squares like that. Okay, this is on your test. They want you to draw 2 more squares longer. So all you're going to do is draw, whoops, that's very, you're just going to draw me 2 more squares. That's it, done. That's your test, the main part of your test, your chapter review test for tomorrow. The other stuff, let me take a look. I think you all know. Yeah, the other stuff, you have time, addition, subtraction. Yeah, you should be fine on the other parts. The review, the cumulative review. So I hope you understand that. I will do my best tomorrow to try to explain things some more to you when you are doing them. I think what I will do with these little Post-it notes, the folds I made, I'm going to take a marker. Let me take a marker right now and do it. I'll trace my red marker, and I will trace over my folds so you can see them a little better where I folded it. See that? How we used 1, 2, 3, 4. That's where I folded it. I'm also going to do it with the ones with the squares. And I will post these Post-its up just to help you get a visual. I got to get a couple more. I'll make you for 2. Just to kind of help you understand this for tomorrow. Because I want you to get a good grade on your test. And I want you to be able to understand it, though, too. That's the most important. Okay. All right. Well, let's get on with our 4 equal parts today. What we were learning about. So 4 equal parts. Everything needs to be in 4 equal parts. Remember, equal means exactly the same. Remember, write your name at the top. And it says, color each square that has 4 equal parts. So you're looking at these. I'm going to color. Let's see how many you should be coloring. There should be 4 of them. I'm doing mine red. You can choose whatever color you may like, except what color? Black, right? Because black covers up stuff and you can't see what you colored then. I'm just going to use my same old red that yesterday I did purple. Today, sticking with red. And so there should be 3 of them that you are not coloring and 4 of them that you did color. All right, so let's see what you got. We have this, that's what we just showed you, using 2 lines to make 4 triangles in there on that one. This one, they did 4 equal rectangles. This one, 4 equal squares. And again, 4 equal rectangles. This one's divided into 3 parts, and none of them are the same. Again, 3 parts, and again, 3 parts. One is bigger than the others. So that's what yours should look like. Next, it says circle each object that has 4 equal parts. So you're going to look at these all down here. Let's take a look. Let's see if you No. The waffle? Does it look like it's 4 equal parts? What about the window? I'm going to circle and I'll discuss with you. Go ahead and circle what you think. There are 2 that are not being circled. Right? The waffle, 4 equal parts. The window has 4 equal parts. The sandwich, there are triangles in the sandwich. This is what they use for, it's a lifesaver thing that the lifeguards use. These are divided. Look at each little section here. They're all divided the same. So that's 4 equal parts. And we have a flag with stripes, and each stripe is equal. Okay. You're not counting the little stick that it's on, just like this part there. Those are equal. So that's 4 equal parts. And this, I'm not even sure what that is. But it's not. You have 2 small ones, and then the stripes on here are not equal. All right, let's turn these over. Turn it over and see what it says to do. So color the part to match its shape. So you're going to need, looks like orange, green, blue, and yellow. Orange, green, blue, and yellow. Let's get those all out. All right, so let's take a look at the square. What does the square, where would the square go? What does it match? Up here, there's squares, and so the square would be blue. So color your square blue. Next we have the triangle. What does the triangle match? Matches over here, right? So that would be yellow. And the next one, it's part of the circle. It's kind of like a triangle, but it's rounded, huh? Look at that there. It's kind of like a triangle. It would go with the circle over here. So what color is the circle? Orange. We color that one orange. And then last we have the rectangle. The rectangle, what does it match? Green. That one would be green. Okay, so it should look like this. You should have blue, yellow, orange, green. All right, let's see what's the directions for the next part. It says, use shapes your teacher gives you to make a square. Circle the square that matches the one you made. Oh, so I'm not with you, so I can't give you anything. But you can use the shapes that you would be using. Would be, again, in this book, that sheet in the back. Close it up and put it away. So that's for you to choose. If I were to give you shapes, I probably would give you 4 triangles. So if I gave you 4 triangles, which one of those would you make if I gave you 4 triangles? Let's see. Let's just pretend I gave you 4 triangles, and let's see what you got. You colored that one, you're right. So 4 triangles makes the square. Okay? All right, write your time for me. We practiced a little bit of time. This will also be in your test tomorrow time. Go ahead and write what time it is, and let's see if you are right. I'm going to write the answers down. So go ahead and do your time. Remember how to write your time. All right, you should have 2 o'clock. Remember the 0 zeros for o'clock. And we have 9 o'clock. So 2 o'clock and 9 o'clock. You should have that. All right. All right, this was a long math lesson. I just want to make sure you're well prepared for tomorrow in your test, and I want you to do really well on your test. Okay, let's finish our day with Bible. Let's get Bible out next.